Hi! In this video, you'll learn how to access and navigate EBSCO databases from Shea Library. To reach the databases from your My AIC portal, first, find the Quick Links list on the left-hand side of the page. Then select Library. Next, scroll down and find the Useful Links menu on the right-hand side of the page. Select Databases. This will bring you to a list of all library databases. You can use the search menu to filter databases by subject or resource type. You can also check out the Featured Databases menu on the right-hand side. Today, we want to look at EBSCO Databases, so we're going to navigate to E, and then select EBSCO Databases. When you click into the database, you may be prompted to log in. Remember that your library login is not the same as your single sign-on login for My AIC, and check out our tutorial on how to log into library resources if you're having trouble. Let's get logged in here. Once you're logged in, you'll be presented with the Advanced Search. In Advanced Search, you'll have 3 search bars where you can input different terms. You can also toggle which Boolean operator you'd like to use. For example, you could search depression and anxiety, and this would get you about 620,000 results. Or you could come back into your advanced search and change it to depression or anxiety and get around 2 million. This is because searching depression and anxiety will show you results that mention both depression and anxiety, but not results that mention either of those terms on their own, while searching depression or anxiety will show you results that mention depression or anxiety or both together. See our tips for searching in your research guides for more information. Now let's come back into our advanced search and look at some of the filters that we can use. The peer-reviewed limiter is a great one. This will narrow your results to only show articles that have been peer-reviewed, which means that they were both written by an expert in the subject and also checked over by a group of experts for errors. If an article is peer-reviewed, you can feel a little more confident that the information in the paper is reliable. Another useful limiter is the full text limiter. This one is best for if you're working on a tight deadline and only want articles you can access right away. I would recommend against using the full text limiter unless you need a full article in less than a day or two, because articles that we only have an abstract or summary for can still be acquired for you through interlibrary loan. Individual journal articles will generally arrive by email within a few business days. You can also filter your results by date by selecting one of these ranges under Publish Date or setting a custom date range. Now let's search. I'll search for peer-reviewed articles on depression and anxiety. Once I've done a search, I can use these buttons below the search bar to access my filters again. You can use these to refine your search by features such as language or type of source. Above my basic search bar, I can also change the databases I'm searching. See our tutorial on searching multiple databases at once for more information. Now let's have a look at one of the articles. Select an article's title to see the article's item record. This page has expanded information on the article, including authors, keywords and subject terms, and an abstract, or a short summary of the paper's thesis and outcomes. A set of buttons near the article title will show you your options for reading an article. For example, we could read this one as a PDF, or in HTML format as an online text. If we select the quotation mark symbol here, we can access a citation provided by the publisher. We can even use the menu to select a specific style of citation. I would advise you to check these citations against a style guide, because there can be errors with italicization, capitalization, or punctuation, but they save a lot of time and effort by bringing you most of the way there. I also want to point out the Share button here in the same menu. This is where you're going to want to go if you need a link to save the article for later. Once you've opened the Share menu, select Create Link. This will create a permanent link that you can use to access this article. It's important to know that the link in the address bar of your browser is usually not a permanent link when searching in the databases. If you copy the link from the address bar of the browser, it may be a temporary link that the database will forget the path to when you've finished searching. And if you try to use it later, it may send you to an error page or the home page of the database. This is why it's important to copy the permanent link from the Share button in the database. You can also use the Email button to send an article to your email. If you have any questions about searching these databases, send us an email at shay.library@aic.edu or feel free to contact a librarian for research assistance. You can walk in or make an appointment with us in person or over Microsoft Teams. Thanks for watching!